The hidden secret between Mohbad and Naira Marley. On the 12th of September 2023, the internet came to a standstill after popular Nigerian singer Mohbad was announced death. But what even sent the internet into a frenzy was high urgency in which he was buried. Since then, the news of his passing and burial has sparked a lot of controversy not only in Nigeria, but the world, with everyone picking interest in the circumstances that led to his death, the people suspected to have caused his death, and why he was buried in such a hurry, in an unbefitting way, because he was a celebrity. Well, for those of you just hearing about this and don't understand what we are talking about, just relax and follow. Promise. Lerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba, known professionally as Mohbad, was a Nigerian rapper, singer, and songwriter from Lagos. Born in the Ikorodu area of Lagos State in 1996, Mohbad grew up with his stepmother and father. After his primary and secondary education, he was admitted into a Polytechnic, but for some reason, furthering his education was a challenge, and he eventually dropped out to follow his passion and pursue a music career. He started off doing covers of prominent artists such as kizz, Daniel and Techno. After years of doing cover and trying to gain some visibility, he eventually got noticed by Naira Marley, and in 2019, he was signed by Naira Marley into the Marlian Records. Within a very short period, he became a street favorite due to how relatable his music was. In 2020, he released one of his biggest songs to date, Popular. The song immediately became an anthem, and he grew in popularity. In the same year, he released his first EP called Light, with tracks. This EP landed him a couple of nominations. The success didn't get to his head because he kept releasing relatable music, and everything seemed to be moving on well with him until September of 2022, when he took to his social media account to call out his record label boss Naira Marley, accusing him of assault and violence. He made a post on Instagram with a bruised face where he said, and I quote, "Just because I want to change my manager, see what they did to me at Marlian's house." He further explained that his record label boss Naira Marley sent people to assault him just because he wanted to change his manager, but Naira Marley insisted he would work with the manager assigned to him by the record label. 1 month after he made the post, he made another post stating that he had cut ties with Naira Marley and that he was no longer a Sydney under Marlian Records. The news of his departure from the Marlian record sparked a lot of controversy and speculation about why he left the record label, because many people were not buying the excuse of leaving. After all, he wanted to change his manager. Word on the streets had it that he left the record label because Naira Marley wanted to use him for his illegal activities, including drug trafficking, and he didn't want to be part of that. Many people also speculated that he left the record label because Naira Marley wanted to initiate him into a cult against his will. For many years, there has been an ongoing conversation about how Naira Marley is a bad influence on the youth with his indecent music videos and drug abuse nature. There have been many calls for his music to be cancelled because many believe he uses his music to cover up his illegal activities. These are the speculations that might have strained the relationship between Mohbad and Naira Marley. The fact that Mohbad left the record label before the expiration of their contract might have triggered Naira Marley to become very violent and aggressive towards him, as he would constantly send thugs to beat up Mohbad and threaten to kill him. Another person who also constantly terrorized Mohbad was Sammy Larry, Naira Marley's best friend and ally. Sammy Larry would constantly send people to monitor his every move and attack him. He would send people to assault him at events, video shoots, and even at his home. It was more like they didn't want him to progress or even do music again. All these threats made Mohbad constantly live in fear and depression. He got married in a very private wedding because he didn't want the thugs to come and destroy his wedding ceremony. On several occasions, he has taken to social media to cry out for help, asking the public to help him out, and even saying if anything should happen to him, people should look in the direction of Marlian Records. He has also filed multiple complaints to the Nigerian police against Marlian Records saying they were bullying and threatening to kill him. There are reports that Mohbad lived in chronic depression and on several occasions tried to commit suicide, but was either stopped by his wife or other family members. So when the news of Mohbad passing broke out on the 12th of September 2023, many people didn't waste any time accusing Naira Marley and Sammy Larry of being responsible for his death. Though there are reports that he died from an ear infection, many people are not buying it. What is raising a lot of eyebrows was the speed and urgency at which he was buried. In fact, according to reports online, Mohbad's father wanted to bury him on the same night he died, but was stopped by the community leader, and less than 24 hours after his death, he was squeezed into a small casket and buried like a dog. You will think his burial would end everything, but no. The more people didn't get answers about his cause of death and why he was buried in such a hurry, the more people took to social media to call out his family and friends. Outrage across the country has been largely directed at Naira Marley, the boss of Mohbad's former label, himself one of Nigeria's biggest music stars. He is an ambassador for the country's anti-drug agency and a vocal supporter of the governor of Lagos, for whom he campaigned in elections in February. After days of anger on social media from fans, radio hosts, and celebrities, police this week announced an investigation into any events leading to Mohbad's death. Hopefully, he will be put to rest once investigations have been concluded. Right now, an autopsy is about to be done in order to confirm if his death was indeed due to infection or if other factors influenced his untimely death. The body of the beloved late Nigerian singer Mohbad has been exhumed for autopsy, and Lagos State Police spokesperson, SP Benjamin Hundeyin, disclosed the development via his X handle on Thursday. The Lagos Police imagemaker wrote, "Exhumation completed. Autopsy to commence. #Justice for Mohbad, #Justice for Mohbad." Over the last couple of weeks, the fans and supporters worldwide have held candlelight processions in honor of the late singer Mohbad. Several A-list celebrities, including Davido, Zlatan, and Falls amongst others, have shown their support for the deceased. As it stands, Naira Marley and Sammy Larry had denied every allegation against them, but Mohbad fans are not buying that. Since the news of Mohbad's passing, there have been calls to cancel his music, with more than 500,000 people unfollowing him on Instagram. No one knows where he is, as he has not been sighted since Mohbad's death. There are speculations that he might be out of the country. All that the general public wants is to know the cause of Mohbad's death and those responsible, and him to be given a befitting burial in the presence of his family, fans, and well-wishers. We will keep you posted on recent developments. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so, and do not forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos.